Well, folks, it looks like esports game titles are making a big comeback, especially on the performance side, specifically for the AMD 9000 series, meaning the 9950X3D, 9900X3D, and the 9800X3D chips. Let's get into this. Hi everyone, it's my Locked Tech back again. Some more tech news. Hope you have an awesome day. Now, I came across an article on Tom's Hardware and Tech Power Up and some other articles online as well regarding AMD actually proving or stating that for all the popular esports titles, some of them meaning Valorant, PUBG, Counter-Strike 2, and some others have been proven to get upwards of, not really upwards, but almost hitting 1,000 frames per second mark. Majority on the low end, they range between 600s to the 700s. I know AMD said a lot of them they're saying from their testing for those esports, some esports like I just mentioned, hitting 1,000 frames per second, specifically with using their Ryzen 9 X3D chips, according to their testing. So I still have yet to see actual physical videos or review confirming this, but according to the article sources from AMD, they're saying that they've seen a lot of the popular esports titles actually hitting this mark using those particular CPU chips, and that's bonkers. I personally don't know why someone would need 1,000 frames per second. They don't even have monitors that are 1,000 megahertz yet. I've seen the highest megahertz monitor I've seen is probably like 5 something or something like that. I could be wrong, but last time I looked at monitors or high performance monitors, I saw they were like 500 something megahertz. So I don't know how they get 1,000 frames per second or what they're doing. Maybe they use upscaling, they hit the 1,000 FPS mark. They didn't go into details in the article, but that's the only way I can see they get near that. But definitely, I'm definitely not thinking natively in these games you're hitting 1,000 FPS. Is especially consistently like the article is saying. Now, if y'all, it kind of hits to a little experiment actually. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Just curious. If you play any of the games I mentioned, Valorant, Counter-Strike 2, PUBG, some others that are public esports titles, have you ever, if you have a Ryzen 9 X3D SKU, have you ever hit even near or close to 1,000 frames per second? I'm curious. Put your kind of experience in the comments below because I just want to see how much of you actually even achieve near that amount. Because even on my end, the most I've ever seen, let's do CS2 as an example, Counter Strike 2. I've seen probably like 300 to 400 FPS with my little budget system. And when I had a high-end system back in the day when CS2 first came out, I probably hit probably like 5 something FPS. But it was like little spikes, not like consistently through like the matches or the games. But hey, that's been a couple of years ago, and a lot of technology changed since then. So I will be surprised if any of y'all have reached even near 1,000 FPS in any of the esports titles that y'all play if y'all have a Ryzen 9 X3D SKU. Now, they didn't go into any more details. They didn't give any sources outside of, they briefly mentioned the German tech tuber DeBauer, who's popular in the computer space as far as overclocking, water cooling, low tools, tweaking, and messing with stuff. And they mentioned him in the article saying that he was able to reach around there in some of the esports titles he played. They didn't mention the games he stated he played or they said he played, but they said that he was an example that reached close to or around 1,000 frames per second in some popular esports titles. Now, I gotta see hard evidence. Maybe I'll go through and look through his channel to see if he actually has a video for this, because I find it really hard to believe that someone's getting 1,000 FPS in an esports game. I don't care if you have a 5090. That's ridiculous. So if I'm proven wrong, that'll be great. Shout out to people who even reach that amount, and shout out to people who even need 1,000 FPS. I don't know if a human eye can see that much frames per second, but maybe I'm just special and I'm more normal. Maybe you have like bionic eyes that I don't know about. But that joke aside, y'all let me know in the comments below what's the max frames per second you've gotten with any of the new generation video cards, any of the modern esports titles with your Ryzen 9 X3D CPU if you have one. Let me know in the comments below. Until then, this is Locked Tech signing out.